TGI Fridays, baby. Try to get these groups in. Another Friday, y'all. Let's go. Yeah, we got the OG, baby. Philly kid in the building, baby. Esa Loca right back. Esa Loca, I'm still stuffed. Yo, I played myself, man. I went and left my phone stand in the spot, and I had to create some crazy shit right now. I hope that it holds up, and I'm not even going to be able to put my microphone. I got to go with basically the phone microphone. So I hope that does it, because I dumbed out. I ate so much, I forgot my phone stand in the joint. It's real talk, man. TGI Friday, I hope everybody's doing good. Everybody doing their thing, man. You know we gonna bring it, man. You already know that. This is part 2 of the Sega, man. You know what I mean? We got X-Man in the building, KGM, TGI Friday. We got games of the week, free picks. Me and Noah crushing them on the free picks. We like 11-4 with 2 pushes in the last 16 games. That's free money. Let me let more people tap in. Put your comments, man. Put your comments. Raul's hitting me in the messenger. He knows he can't be hitting me in Showtime. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the peoples to pop up. Great day today. Snack sessions went well. Low in the building. Yeah, low. I forgot my phone stand. I just created something right now. I hope it holds it down. Now, can y'all hear me? Because I got to do without the microphone. Maybe the earpieces I could get in, but not the microphones. Can y'all hear me really good? Let me lower the music. As a matter of fact, let me touch this. Okay, let me know if you guys can hear me. Yeah, Raul, I'm going live. I see the message, but I can't respond to it. KGM in the building. Guys, like I said, I left my phone stand in a spot. I just made some shit up right now. If you look at it, the shit look mad hood. I just hope that we could get through the show without microphones, man. Yeah, man, I probably just could put the earpiece, the max. Okay, that's good. Y'all all hear me? Shout out to Raul, Steve Levine, the Ghost, Low, and let's get the show started, man. Let's go to message of the day. Then I got KGM on deck. I got X-Man on deck, and we ready to rock, man. All right, guys, I'm glad you can hear me. That's one phase we cover. But like I said, if you see this hood shit I just created to hold my phone up, I mean, it's just a push away from the shit dissembling. Real talk. Sets in the building. We back, baby. We back, baby. All right, let's go to the message of the day, guys. Message of the day. Anybody can change. Unless you don't want to change. Change is a huge thing because me, for example, I can't speak for none of y'all. I wanted to stop smoking. That's change. And it took everything I got with a bunch of prayers to make that come true. So like I said, you can change if you want to change. It's all up to you. You got to have the willpower to want to change. My change was I wanted to stop smoking. And thank God I did it. Let's start the show. And I hope everybody could, reach their goals on changing, man. Al York Sports. The raw truth. TGI Friday. Snack sessions came early. Y'all was involved. Now we doing part 2 of this fucking Sega shit. This shit never stops. I told you that. I wake up sports. I go to sleep sports. I'm dreaming sports. I can't get away from this shit if I try, goddammit. It's real talk, niggas. But I love every minute of it. Anything beats my old lifestyle. Because I ain't got to worry about going to prison with this shit. So I'm gravy. And I hope, like I said, change is possible for everybody. But you got to want it. Go to YouTube, like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell. Shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, Las Vegas, New York City, LES to the death. Nueva York, Nueva York. Shout out to Price Tag Entertainment and Media, Mac 1 Beats. Few texts from my man Lolo and the Al York Sports Show on YouTube, Sportsbook Reviews, and then you got the Snack Sessions. So you got both series up. You just got to go there and handle your business. And because my business is handled, play your part and tune in. We see Keith Vega in the building. I see you, baby. Let's start the show real quick. We're going to start off with the Washington Commanders, 7-2. They lead the East and the NFC, and they just made a huge pickup by picking up all-pro, fucking one of the best cornerbacks in Marshawn Lattimore, who's only 28 years old, played with Ohio State Buckeyes, and then played with the New Orleans Saints. And he's the one that's always fighting with Evans from Tampa. You ever watch Evans from Tampa fight with that New Orleans cat? It's Marshawn Lattimore. And they traded for a 2025 third and fourth round pick. And Washington gets Lattimore and a 2025 fifth round pick. Dan Quinn is doing as good as he was in Atlanta early, in his coaching career. And he's doing the same with Washington. And my thing is, as the Cowboys, we had him. Instead, we stayed with McCarthy, where we could have brought this dude who changes the energy in the locker room. The only thing with Quinn that I'm starting to find out, but it's not really certified, is maybe he's one of those guys you put him in 3-4 years and you get him out. Because in Atlanta, that shit wore out. That's not to say it's going to wear out in Washington, but the Cowboys lost out because they had Dan Quinn in their fucking hands. Shout out to my man E for 20 Avenue D. I see you, baby. Other news. The Cincinnati Bengals get Chicago's ex-Chicago Bears running back Khalil Herbert in exchange for a 2025 7th-round pick. Cincinnati need to be able to run the ball since missing Joe Mixon. That's why they're not winning all these close games. Mixon would have been the difference in the Kansas City game, in the Baltimore game, and in the Washington game. And then they wonder why they 4-6, looking not to make the playoffs once again. Other news. New Orleans Saints fired coach Dennis Allen after losing his 7th straight. Now, this is a funny story because I remember when they started out 2-0. No disrespect to the New Orleans fans because my man Elvis is a huge Saints fan. Salute to the Who Dat Nation. But they blew out the Cowboys in Carolina, and I was hearing Super Bowl. I was hearing best offensive coordinator, all kind of shit. And just like that, 7 straight losses, coach is out of there. And he had an 18-25 record while coaching the Saints in 2 years. And it's just sad how a franchise can start off, it's only 2 games, but they were so good looking in those 2 games and then lose 7 straight. And now everybody dissing Derek Carr that he's scared to get hit. His own teammates is dissing him. Other news real quick. Major League Baseball free agent pitcher Kyle Hendricks has signed a 1-year deal with the Los Angeles Angels for $2.5 M's. Kendrick was 4-12 last year with a 5.92 for the Cubs. Worst year he ever had as a Cub. But he's a career 97-81 with a 3.68. Hendricks should solidify and help Anaheim's pitching rotation. He's going to be the veteran on that staff. But he basically doesn't have it anymore. But that's a good pickup because you get low and you can get high reward. Low risk, high reward. 2.5 is nothing in baseball. I promise you. They're giving out $50 million contract, $40 million, 2.5 ain't nothing. So if this pans out and he can help the staff, more power to the Anaheim Angels or the Los Angeles Angels. All right, where you at, X? Let me see if X is around. I didn't see X punch in, so hopefully X is in the building. Salute to everybody tapping in, man. TGR Friday. Like I said, y'all, I lost my stand on snack reviews, snack sessions, and not lost it. They have it, but I forgot to bring it. And I did some budget shit right now. If y'all could only see it, y'all be laughing at me. But I'm hoping and I'm praying that this could get us through the show. Let me see if I get X-Man in the building. Hopefully no technical difficulties. I hope I can hear him. X, what up?
What's up, my brother?
That's the loudest?
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't know if this is going to work, X. I just created something over here. Give me a minute.
I'm all the way
I
up. I
left
can
my
hear you clear.
stand where I went to earlier. So now I created like this bullshit stand, and I hope that it holds up. Hold up.
All right, I got you, brother.
Y'all got to work with me today, guys. It was either no show or put up this bullshit stand, and I put up the bullshit stand. X, what up?
What's up, brother? Can you hear me
I
good?
hear you perfect. I just hope my stand can hold up.
All right, I got you, brother.
Okay,
got you.
what's going on? You ready to go?
I'm ready to
You
go.
better
Just
be
here
ready, because
chilling with
if
the
you ain't
kids.
ready, it ain't like I ain't prepared you, dog.
I'm ready, brother. I'm ready.
Okay.
I got you, brother. Just here with the kids. Stepdaughter here from Florida visiting.
God bless, baby. God bless to the whole family. You ready? Let's go, baby. We on go time.
Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this.
To Baltimore M&T Bank Stadium, where yesterday was a terrific game between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals, which for me was a must-win for the Bengals, X. And, you know, I love the young boy, number 30. What's his name again? I can't get it. Is it Moore? Hold up. I got his name right here. Brown.
Yeah.
Brown fumbled a key ball.
Chase Brown.
Fumbled a key ball, I think it was in the third quarter, that changed the whole momentum, X. There was 21-7 Cincinnati, and they have the ball in their side of the field with another drive. They have full command of the game. Once he fumbled that ball, Lamar Jackson and company just went AWOL and actually took the lead after that. Then Cincinnati came back, hit Chase on the bomb to tie it up late in the game. And I like the 2-point conversion they went for, X. My question to you is, what's your take on that game last night?
That was, I'll tell you what, that was a great game. It was probably one of the better games of the year with Baltimore and Kansas City earlier this year. And let's not forget, Monday night, Kansas City, Tampa Bay had a great game.
That was a good game also. Even though it was like rainy weather, but you know what? It was still a good game.
Yeah, it was still a good game. I agree. I think I agree with you. I think if Cincinnati did have Joe Mixon, they win that game. They have somebody to kill the clock. Chase Brown fumbling at that time, terrible time to fumble the ball, especially when your team has momentum. Baltimore wasn't doing anything up to that time, and so that fumble really turned up Lamar and them.
Because my man had the Bengals money line. I had Bengals +6, and I had them +7.5, which enabled me to lose by a couple points. And I told him, yo, I hope this don't come back and backfire, bro. And we kind of already knew that's exactly what the Ravens needed to get that engine running, bro. And did they get that engine running? But continue, X.
I agree with you on the fact that this Baltimore team I like offensively. They can put up points, man. But that secondary scares me. It scares me going into the playoffs, and that could stop them from going to the Super Bowl. But Lamar Jackson, man, he's a beast, that guy. Joe Burrow had a great game. Listen, Jamar Chase, man, pay that man already.
Paid him.
Pay Jamar Chase his money.
Yo.
Come on, what else can he do to prove that he's probably one of the top 3 receivers?
When I matched you up with Justin Jefferson and him, a lot of people said Justin Jefferson. I said, y'all sleeping on Chase, man.
Chase, Jamar Chase is
bomb too, dog.
Listen, Jamar Chase can get you that 80-yard pass in no time.
Yeah, but not only that, he goes over the middle, X. Like, we all know Justin Jefferson can get you that touch, that bomb, that home run, whatever. But Chase can go over the middle like it's nothing.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the game.
Listen, I like the 2-point conversion. You got to go for the win on the road. It's something that
Bucks fucked up Monday night. You know that, right?
Bucks fucked up Monday night. I agree.
You can't afford to get the ball to Pat Mahomes at home. You got to go for the 2.
You can't go for overtime. No, you had to go for the 2. Go for the win, man. You got to show some balls. You're on the road. Go for the win. Make Pat Mahomes drive down there with 30 seconds and beat you. That's it. But listen, this was a great game. I love this game. This Bengals defense is terrible. They're not going anywhere regardless. They're not
Dog,
going in,
you
no matter
cannot
what Joe Burrow
blame them
does from here on
yesterday,
out.
though. They did their
No, you
thing
can't.
to
You
that
can't.
turnover. And X, when you
Yeah,
on the field that long, even when
yeah.
Cincinnati scored, they scored quickly.
They did.
That defense
They
didn't
did. They
rest,
did.
X. They never
They didn't.
rested.
That's the problem. I think with that is both of these teams really didn't let their defenses rest. If you look at it, they went down the field quick. I mean, Lamar Jackson comes down 84-yard touchdown pass to what's his name?
Yeah, that cat. I know
What
what
is it?
you're talking
McCullough.
about.
It looked like he stepped
Wallace.
out of bounds, but Wallace. It looked like he stepped out of bounds, but he did a great
Yeah,
job staying in bounds.
somebody
And
was saying that the refs cheated. I seen the play. His heel
no,
was in
I
the
seen
air.
the play.
Now, if you
Yeah,
look at it
he didn't
up
step
from
out,
down, it looked out of bounds. But when they showed the
but he
camera
wasn't.
where his foot was at, his heel never hit the ground, so it was never
No,
out
it
of
didn't.
bounds.
So he was never out of bounds. I saw the
I had
same play.
Cincinnati. That was a great call.
It was. It was. I had Baltimore, but it
Right,
is
right.
what it is. But it was a great game. It's probably the best game of the year right now. Listen, Lamar Jackson, Jared Goff, those are my top two candidates for
All day.
MVP right now.
All day.
I think Lamar has a slight edge right now because he's playing a lot better than he did last
He's
year.
dropping back like a regular quarterback.
Yeah.
And he's dropping.
Yep.
I'm not saying just completing. He's throwing that ball where he's throwing it in between the corner
Yeah.
and the safety, X. That could
Yeah, he is.
get real dangerous if he got that touch pass. Because you seen even them touchdowns with touch passes.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
definitely
they were.
better quarterback. As far as throwing the ball.
And listen, it helps to have Derrick Henry back there. He doesn't have to run as much, even though Derrick Henry didn't do much last night, but he did enough.
Yards, but he kept them enough. He kept them honest.
But he kept them enough, and he wore down that defense when they needed him to.
Big loss for Cincinnati.
It was a great game.
4-6. Baltimore's in second place behind the Steelers with secretly 7-2. Pittsburgh is like secretly playing good ball. You know what I'm saying? And the Ravens are right behind them. I think the Ravens win that division. Since Pittsburgh gets in, but I think Cincinnati don't get in, and that was a big fucking loss for them yesterday, bro.
I agree with you. I think Cincinnati. I think Baltimore will win that division. Cincinnati's got a lot of teams to leapfrog to make the playoffs, and I just don't see that possible.
Right. Somebody said, "Just show you frozen." Can you see me, X? Good.
I can see you fine. You're not.
So I hope it's his camera, not my camera.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to pivot. We're going to pivot, X. We're going to go to the MLB potential free agents. And what I want for you is I want your expertise in where you think they might wind up at. Not where you wish they wind up at.
Yeah.
Where reality you think they're going to wind up at. And the first name I'm going to give you, of course, is Juan Soto. Talk to me.
Juan Soto, listen, 5 teams out there that want Juan Soto. Both New York teams, Philadelphia, the Dodgers, of course, because they like to throw money around like it's burning out of style, and the Giants.
I heard the Blue Jays might be a little sneaker too, but I don't. He's
but
not
do you
going
really
over
want
there,
to? I don't think he wants to go there. I mean, their team is rebuilding. They're looking to trade Vlad Guerrero. So,
but if you
I
Soto,
don't see that happening.
That'll probably have him keep Vlad. You feel me?
Yeah, well, they could. It depends. But I don't think he wants to go to Toronto.
Right.
Listen, the Yankees saw firsthand what he can do. Regular season playoffs. Juan Soto's probably a top 2 behind Shohei Ohtani and Adam Judge, top 3 player in this league. He can do everything. I mean, he's not the best fielder in the world, but he does have a strong arm. Can get on base. I think he led the league in walks this year.
Get on base. He's a
has
base
a good
machine.
eye. He's an on-base percentage guy. I think the Yankees did make an offer 13 years, 575.
575.
But
that's about
just the
40,
beginning.
41 M's annually.
About 40, 41.
Which is more what they were wanted to offer because they was 500 in the beginning of the year. They raised the bar 75 M's, but he played so good in the playoffs, not the chip, but the playoffs, that he know the bar's higher. That's why he's running with it.
Yeah.
And Scott Boras in his ear is going to have him make a huge mistake, bro. A huge mistake.
Exactly. I think so. I mean, listen, he's going for his bag. He wants his bag. I don't blame him. He's only 26 years old, so he hasn't even reached his prime yet. So, I think the Yankees are making a smart move.
I think he's at his prime right now. I think he's in the beginning.
He's entering. I think he's entering his prime now.
Prime last year. He's going to be one of those guys that his prime's going to last a little longer than the average guy.
Listen, he hits for average. He can hit
He
for
does
average. He gets on
it all,
base, like I
dog. He
said.
does it all.
He does it all. I think Boris is going. Boris is his agent, so you know how Boris works. He's going to stretch it out, trying to get every penny he can out of every team that's gonna offer him. Ultimately, I think he stays with the Yankees. I think he signs the big deal. I think the Yankees and the Mets are going to compete for him. They're going to offer him the most money. I think he saw how it can be in New York, especially winning. I think he stays with the Yankees.
I hope you're right. I'm thinking the Mets owner, which is your team, is in love with him, and he got the money. He don't have to consult with nobody. Like the Steinbrenners, the kids all have to consult with each other. He don't have to consult. He's like Steinbrenner with the Yankees had Steinbrenner. But I'm not comparing him to Steinbrenner. He don't have Steinbrenner's attitude, but I'm saying he got Steinbrenner money. So he's willing to break bank for that motherfucker.
Well, my issue with the Yankees is since Hank Steinbrenner took over, they spent on Judge, they spent on Cole, but they really haven't been spending like the way George does. If George, believe me, and you know this because you're a Yankee fan, if George was there, Soto would have been signed a long time ago, whatever he wants.
When he wanted 500, he would have threw him that 575 to just shut him up there. But
I agree.
These kids, they're not as solid as they more like worrying about their business functioning, which I understand. And George never had to worry about that. George had so much money, he got to the point where if he wanted something, he got it.
He got what he wanted. That's it.
And these guys always got to hope that somebody gives us some kind of hometown discount. Because if you remember, Judge took less to stay with the Yankees. Only thing he wanted was that additional year. But Frisco offered them more.
And remember, the Yankees also promised him the captaincy also.
Not that he's a good captain, but okay. All right, let's go to the other two.
It is what it is.
You saying Yankees, I'm going to say, unfortunately, I'm going to go with Noah Parker that I ended up dissing him when he mentioned it because I didn't think Soto was just worrying about getting that little extra money.
Yeah.
My thing is more like if you could get close to your target money, me being the way I am, now my next thing is which team is more to get there every year?
Yeah.
Because I would, if you take $100 million less on that contract that he got, that's pennies, bro. That's pennies on a dollar.
I agree.
$500 million, 600 fucking million, like 10 million ain't shit. 100 million ain't really nothing. Now, if you want to just get that tag, that money, and then don't make it to the playoffs, make it, but then you walking around like you that bag nigga, that shit don't hold no weight, bro.
So who do you see him going to?
I gotta say the Mets because the Mets is willing to give him whatever. And Scott Boras wants that percentage. Scott Boras is not willing with the discount shit because that takes money from his pocket.
Yeah. Well, I see this. If I'm him, and I'm looking at it both ways, you and I both are looking at it both ways. You go to the Mets. It's not guaranteed you're going to be in the playoffs competing for a championship every year because we all know how the Mets do.
We don't know if he's thinking like that. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
if he's thinking like that, I'm going Yankees.
Yeah.
But if he's thinking like, fuck it, I got a chip X, I'm going to get all the money I can get.
No, I agree.
Then he going to the Mets because the Mets could give him.
But to me,
the Mets in Frisco could basically. You ever seen the movies where they got people start over 5,000, 10,000, 20,000? They're gonna do him like that. It's gonna be Frisco and the Mets, and I won't be surprised if that shit closed out at 750, dog.
I won't be
ain't getting into no bidding war with that nigga. They're not. They put that number up. That's all they offering.
Listen, if you give him 750, he better be able to pitch like Shohei Ohtani, to be honest with you. But I see where you're coming from with this.
I'm not trying to give him that X. Yo, my little man today said, Al, you stupid. He's one of the best players. I said, dog, we could get 4 good players for that money.
Yeah, you can. You get, not only that, you get 4 good players and a more versatile lineup.
Yes.
And that's,
nigga, we could get Christian Walker, Jack Flaherty, Santander from Baltimore. And then maybe another pitcher, and we'll be a better team overall.
Blake Snell.
I don't really want him because he won too much and he's always hurt. But you know what I'm saying? We could get some high caliber players. 4, I'd rather have 4 than 1.
That's why I think ultimately, and I know what you're saying. I agree with you on that. But ultimately, if he's really, really about winning, being there, going, trying to compete for a world title, I say he still stays with the
I
Yankees.
hope he does.
I still think
I
overall.
hope they go to the Yankees and he goes, listen, let's make it an even
And, you know,
six. Let's make it an even six,
and,
right?
and that
I'll give him
that hurts
six.
me. And that hurts me because I'm a Mets fan saying that he'll stay with the
Yeah, but
Yankees.
I got a couple of Mets fans that don't want him either. Not
I mean,
for
I would
that
love to
money.
have him.
Not for that money.
It's a lot of money.
Because
It's
they
a lot of
looking
money.
at it like, okay, we get Soto, but now we can't re-sign other guys that help us have this great year we just
Yeah,
had. So now
I agree.
instead of you going
I agree.
forward, X, you're just going to have a bunch of niggas wearing one Soto jerseys and not making the playoffs. That shit don't hold no weight, X. You want to be a safe,
Yeah, that's
you
true.
want to not safe, but Citibank, whatever City Field with a Juan Soto,
City
but
Field.
you don't make the playoffs?
Exactly. And that's what I'm talking about.
You know,
That's what
it's
I'm
all
saying.
about
If he
winning.
wants to win,
It's all about winning.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Everybody
Yeah.
wants that marquee player, but it's about winning. Or at the end of the day, that's why he should stay with the Yankees. Little ballpark.
Yeah.
He could put all the numbers up, win every year, and eventually we're going to crack another World Series. We already made it this year.
I agree.
Let's move up. I don't want to
We'll see
overkill.
it's all about Boris. It's all about Boris.
I don't want to overkill. The next hottest free agent.
Definitely.
There's a lot of hot free agents, but to me, you got a number one right here that me and you spoke about last year, Corbin Burnes.
Corbin Burnes. Yeah.
Now, I'm going to give you three options. I should have done that the first time. Does he stay with the O's? Does the New York Mets get him? Or the Yankees or the Dodgers get him? Talk to me.
Well, Corbin Burnes is your legit number one. So wherever he goes, except for the Yankees, because they got Garrett Cole, he'll be a number two. I think I like Corbin Burnes, fastball guy, great changeup. He's got great off-speed stuff. He had a great year in Baltimore this year. He wants his bag. That's why Milwaukee traded him.
Right.
I think he's a guy, and I think he will. If the Mets get into it, I think the Mets will get him. The Mets will give him what he wants. He instantly becomes their ace. He becomes a guy that's hardened in the playoffs. He knows how to pitch, and he knows the National League pretty well all those years in Milwaukee. The Dodgers maybe.
Sandra just said Dodgers. I kind of like that because they're not going to re-sign Kershaw, so they're going to save a lot of money with that. Jack Flaherty, they're not going to re-sign. So that money alone between both of them, they could go get Burnes.
They can go get Burnes, but I think he'll go to the Mets. The Mets are going to offer him. The Dodgers are just throwing out money to anybody. They don't care. They just throw it out. But I think ultimately,
I think he makes more sense with the Mets. Not that the Dodgers ain't the better team, but I think you got Glass now with the Dodgers.
Yeah.
You got Yamamoto, so he might be fighting for that number one.
And they get Dustin May back next year from Tommy John
Big Red,
surgery.
but Big Red ain't as good as the other guys.
Yamamoto
and Glass now are number one. Dustin May's not a number one. But I know what you're saying. What I'm saying is he goes to the Mets, he's their number one.
He's the number one.
The Dodgers, you got to fight out. You got to beat out two guys to be the number one. Why would you want to do that when you could go to the Metropolitans and be the number one? But I really think the O's are going to keep him because the O's don't have a number one. And if you got one, why let him go? You underachieved this year by getting bumped out in the first round.
Yeah, you did big time.
So they got to go get Burnes.
I agree. They got to go get
Burnes.
But are they willing to pay him what he wants? That's the whole thing.
I think they should because they don't really got no big contracts over there.
I agree, they should.
All them young dudes, they're not paying nobody really. Tell me who they paying.
Well,
they're not really paying nobody.
You said it earlier. Steve Combs probably got the deepest pockets in baseball, so he's going to throw at him whatever he wants and let everybody else fight. Let the Orioles and So I think he ends up with the Mets. If they offer, he ends up with the Mets. Automatic ace. Then you got Kodai Senga coming back for a full season. Sean Manaea opted back into the Mets. Jose Quintana is there. That Mets pitching staff was not that great. It still led us to the NLCS. So I think with Corbin Burnes there, it makes that staff a little bit better.
They're going to be hot. Okay, real quick. Last but not least, then we're going to go to choose one and why. Where does Polar Bear wind up at, in your opinion, bro? 30 years old. Also, Corbin Burnes is 30. Juan Soto's 26. I should have stated that earlier. He only hit 240, but he had 34 bombs, 88 RBIs. Where does the
Yeah.
polar bear wind up in your book? I know you want the Mets, but realistically,
Yeah.
where does he wind up at?
Well, Polar Bear is going to have a lot of options, especially at first base. I love Polar Bear. I want him to stay with the Mets, but eventually, you know what Scott Boras is doing. He's going to shop him around. Or with Soto, he's trying to get a package deal for him and Soto. That's what he's trying to
Right.
do. So if the Yankees offer them the most money, he's going to package them to the Yankees. Ultimately, I think he does go to the Yankees. They're going to offer him the most money. Rizzo is gone. Polar Bear's not a great defensive first baseman, but you put him in that lineup, hitting to right field, or to the opposite field at Yankee Stadium, his numbers are going to go up big time.
Right.
So I think he goes to the Yankees. They have an opening at first base. He's a veteran. He can bat behind or in front of Judge, whichever way they want to do it. His numbers are going to go up. You put him in there with Stanton, Judge. If Soto comes back,
And
that's
you
a deadly
talking like
lineup
he's
the Yankees
already with
have.
the Yankees. I like that.
Yeah,
Now I know we.
yeah.
I'm
Like I said, I want him with the Mets because, you know, I
right,
love
right,
the Polar Bear. I love
right.
but I think he's going to go where the money is.
Well, I know that. I know we're interested in Christian Walker. A lot of people like in Christian Walker, but
And actually, that's a
I
better
think
option
he's
because
hurt
he's a
too
Gold
much,
Glove
though.
first
But he's
baseman.
hurt too much. That guy is hurt a
Well,
lot, man. You know, and
well, you got to look at it this way. He's got a better glove
yeah,
defensively
but I
than Pete
think Polar Bear
Alonso.
got the better bat, not average, but power.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And then that's short right
That's
field. You
true.
know, Polar Bear go that big home run. Polar
Yeah.
Bear, it was in right field in Milwaukee.
Yeah, I know. I know.
That'd
I
be a
know.
piece of cake for him in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah. And his numbers, remember, this is one of his worst power years that he's had.
34 home runs. That's pretty decent to me. So you
No,
saying Yankees?
it's a great year. I'm saying Yankee. I think the Yankees ultimately outbid the Mets.
I'm gonna play the field on this. I'm gonna say no Yankees, no Mets. I think a sneaker team picks him up. I think they're gonna give him the bag. Somebody's gonna step up late, maybe like Frisco or somebody, and they're gonna go get the Polar Bear.
Well, if Arizona loses Christian Walker, they may
Yeah, but they
snatch him up.
got that big switch hitter over there.
Yeah, but
What's his name?
if you
Bell.
got a chance to
They
get it,
got Bell over there. I think
yeah,
they might have him for another year. I'm not sure. I got to look it up if they just rented
they
him
might.
or if he has another year. But Bell can hold it down if they don't re-sign him. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So you agree with that, right? You said the Yankees. I'm gonna play the
I
field.
said the
I'm gonna play the
Yankees. Yeah,
field on him. Okay.
but I see him. I see him signing with the Yankees only if Boris can get Soto to the Yankees also, because I think he's trying to do a package deal with both of them.
Okay.
Trying to get
Let's
them both
hurry
on
up
the
because
same
I got to
team.
get you your choose one and why, and I got to get Cal in the building.
Let's go.
Choose one and
Let's
why.
go.
You ready?
I'm ready.
NFL quarterbacks.
Quarterbacks.
Who's the guy you want in your team that's basically more electric? Randall Cunningham, a.k.a. the ultimate weapon, or
Okay.
Michael Vick, a.k.a. Okie. Who and why? Put your answers in, y'all.
Wow. Those are two great
Brian
electric. Listen, man, I
Steele,
just want to say
everybody
this.
in. Sandra,
I just
Jesse,
want
put
to
your
say this
answers
right
in.
now. Randall Cunningham is one of the most underrated players of his time. That man, listen, he should be getting more consideration for the Hall of Fame for what he did, especially in Philadelphia those early years. You know, I like Michael Vick, and I think, you know, his career got derailed because of the dogfighting bullshit and everything. Took away time from him from his playing days. I'm going to go with the originator, and I'm going to go with
Nice.
Randall Cunningham.
Well,
Randall
hold up.
Cunningham,
The Philly kid that loved Philly, both these quarterbacks did the Philly thing very long. Even though they
yeah,
played on other
yeah.
teams, he likes the ultimate weapon.
He likes the ultimate
Yeah.
weapon. Yeah, I'm going with Cunningham, the originator. I mean, you know, his scrambling, his throwing ability, and everything. He was no bum throwing the ball. Put it that
Cunningham
way.
is
And
nice,
he could
though.
get away from
Cunningham,
it.
to me,
You know,
started all that running shit
yeah,
they doing right now.
yeah, he did. That's why I said I think he should be getting more heavy consideration for the Hall of Fame, man. Randall Cunningham was as electric as they came when he played and stuff. So I'm gonna go with Cunningham. I think he was a better passer than
Right.
Vic. Vic wasn't super accurate. And Vic had design plays. Randall Cunningham didn't have design
But
running
Vic
plays.
threw a beautiful.
Once he got he ran.
Vic threw a
Yeah, no, he
beautiful
did.
ball.
He
Let me
did.
tell you
He
something.
did.
If
He
you
did.
go in style, Vic all
Yeah.
day.
Yeah,
He
all day.
ran
Yeah,
the ball
definitely.
pretty. He
Yeah,
threw the ball pretty. But if
definitely.
you're going for who's the guy you rather have and who's the guy you could count on, I got to
Yeah.
go with RC. the ultimate
Of course.
weapon, Randall
Yep.
Cunningham. All right, let's go to number
Yep.
2. You ready?
Definitely. I'm ready.
MLB pitchers.
Pictures. Okay.
You're on a playoff run on a prime. You got 3 series in
Only
the
playoff run.
playoffs.
Okay.
They both number
Only playoffs. Okay.
ones. Who you
Okay.
want from these guys here? David Cone, a.k.a. Coney, or Brett
Okay.
Saberhagen, a.k.a. Sabes. And you know Brett because he ended his career with the Mets, but he
With the
wasn't
Mets. Yeah.
great with the Mets. He was great
No.
with KC.
Can't see. He won 2
There you
championships. Yeah.
go.
He won 1 championship. Yeah. And listen, I love Coney. He started his career with the Mets. He ended it with the Yankees. Oh, well, he played with the Yankees during their
X, get up. I can
dynasty
hardly
run.
see your face. There you
Oh, I'm
go.
sorry.
There you go.
Yeah, I like Coney. Like I say, he started with the Mets. Saberhagen didn't have great time with the Mets, but with the Mets, I'm gonna go with Coney because he did it for a lot longer in the playoffs. I know Bryce Saberhagen had that Cy Young
I
year
think he had an
and that great
MVP in the World
championship.
Series, my nigga. Like,
He got MVP of the World Series, but Coney did it for a lot longer. Remember, those KC teams weren't that great after they won that World Series in '85. So I'm going to go with Coney. He did it a lot longer, playoffs. You could count on him to pitch the big game behind Andy Pettitte, who I think is probably the Yankees' greatest big game pitcher during that dynasty run.
right.
Okay? But I'm going to go with Coney because he did it for a lot longer. And he actually, what do you say?
Got the no-hitter.
Got
No-hitter,
the no
perfect
hit, got the
game.
perfect game,
Yeah.
and,
5
and he
chips.
adapted. He adapted
5 chips too,
5
right?
chips, but he adapted. He adapted his pitching style when he lost the fastball and started throwing more
Great
breaking
point.
stuff,
Great
which is
point.
very. So I'm going to go with
Great
Coney.
point. This is a tough one. I
Yeah,
watched
yeah,
Brett Saberhagen from his rookie year up.
yeah,
This dude was
yeah.
lights out.
He
Got the
was. He
last
really
out
was.
in the World Series. Also pitched a complete game at that, bro. When him and
Yeah, he did.
George Brett were jumping around at that Royal Stadium shit. But I gotta go with David Cone because, like you said, he just I'm gonna use the word reinventing. He continued to
Reinvented. There you go.
reinvent,
Yeah,
and you can't
yeah.
take none away. Brett couldn't do that with the Mets. He totally fell
No, he
off.
couldn't.
Cone
Yeah, he
was
did.
still
He
winning
did.
at the latter part of his career, so I'm going
Yep.
with Coney. B4 in the building. Now, last but not least, who's the better closer? Who do you want in the mound? Game 7 in the first round of the playoffs, Game 7 in the second round of the playoffs, Game 7 in the third round of the playoffs, and in the World Series. Dennis Eckersley, a.k.a. the Eck, or Francisco Rodriguez, a.k.a. K-Rod. Who and why? I know that's tough,
Oh
baby.
man, that's a
You
tough
can
one
have a
because
drink to
I
that if
like
you want.
K-Rod. Yeah, I like K-Rod, but really K-Rod's peak came when they won the championship with the Angels. If you look at it,
But they burned him out. I
they
kept telling
burned them out.
people,
Yeah, they burned
Sosa
them
was
out.
putting him every
Yeah,
game because they knew they wasn't
yeah,
re-signing him. They
yeah,
blew his
yeah.
arm out.
I'm gonna go with Dennis Eckersley. Dennis Eckersley. Forget about the Kirk Gibson homer. That's an iconic homer. Forget about that. Dennis Eckersley was lights out when he got in those games, especially in the playoffs, on the first round, the wild card in the division series, LCS World Series. Dennis Eckersley was lights out. His numbers speak for themselves, especially in the playoffs. Like I said, throw out the Kirk Gibson homer.
Right.
Once in a lifetime thing.
One thing I can
I like
say,
Eckersley. Yeah,
K-Rod was special in them years in
he
Angel.
was. He was. He
Probably
was. He
was the
was.
like deadliest closer in a couple years. But what people
Yeah,
fail to realize about Dennis Eckersley, he was a starting pitcher for like 5,
he was a
6
starter.
years.
Exactly.
And was a
He
good
was for
starting
Boston.
pitcher.
For Boston,
So
yeah,
not only
yeah.
was he a good starting pitcher, he was a great closer. So you
He
got
was. Yeah,
he got those
exactly.
double shits. And like
Yep.
you said, he was devastating coming in late with that late
He
tailing
was.
fastball, that
Yep.
cut fastball. Like you said, Kirk's the only one that I can remember that did anything to him. And that
Yep.
shit was
Yep.
fucking
I
luck.
agree.
That was all luck.
And
He
that,
couldn't even
listen,
run, my nigga.
my man needed a wheelchair to get around those bases.
My man tried to compare that home run with homeboy's home run, Freeman's home run. That's not even close.
Not
Kirk
even
couldn't
close.
even
Listen,
run, period, dog.
that home run was iconic
He
when he
couldn't
hit it.
even
Okay,
run. He couldn't
he
even
couldn't
make it
even
around
run.
the
Yeah,
bases. Freeman just had a
it took him
bum
like 10
ankle.
minutes. Yeah,
But anyway,
yeah. Listen,
listen.
man, but he had 2 torn hamstrings in that series. Okay, that's the only game he
Exactly.
pinch hit in. Okay.
Listen, stay on standby because I think that KGM is freezing. He wrote frozen a couple times,
Okay.
and we're not frozen. So I might need to
Okay.
go right back to you, okay? Good
No
job,
problem. I'll wake
X,
up.
as always.
No
If
problem.
you don't come back,
Thank you,
but
my
if you
brother.
come back, we got more shit for you. KGM, where you
No
at?
problem, my brother.
All right, my brother. X man in the building, baby. KGM, where you at? This nigga saying I'm freezing like 3 times. Ain't nobody freeze. We waiting on KGM Sports, guys. If not, I got to bring, hold up. Okay, X, come back in, X. He's saying he can't get in. Don't worry about it, KGM. We'll get you next week. Thank God I got X in the building. Let me try to get X back in real quick. I just added X. Don't worry about it, KGM. Welcome back, X. Like,
Thank you for
welcome
having
back,
me back.
Carter, baby.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on again.
Okay,
It's
brother.
only been a few minutes.
You ready?
I'm ready, brother.
NFL games of the week.
I got you.
We're going to Washington, X. The 6-2 Pittsburgh Steelers are playing the 7-2 Washington Commanders.
Okay.
The line is -3, 2.5 for the Commanders, 44.5. Talk to me.
This game's in Washington, right?
I just said that.
Okay. This is going to be a good game, man. You got a high-powered offense with Washington. You got an offense that really doesn't turn over the ball. Since Russell Wilson's took over this offense, their running game has been a lot better.
Only
They're
like 2
averaging
games
over,
against both New
you
York
know.
teams.
Yeah, well, you know, it's still good enough. It's still good enough. You know, Russell Wilson doesn't turn over the ball. We know that. This is going to come down to defense, and I think Pittsburgh has the much better defense. They can make life miserable for Jaden Daniels. They can get to that backfield. They can sack him. They can make that secondary. You know, that they can make those receivers look bad. That secondary, and you know, with Fitzpatrick and them boys, they can get the ball in their hands and cause a lot of problems for Daniels. I like Washington. I'm sorry. I like Pittsburgh, but it's not going to be. I like Pittsburgh in a close game.
X, you've been watching a lot of my videos, but we think alike, bro. You definitely tuned in. I like him for everything you said. I know Jalen Daniels is a different animal coming out of LSU, but he's still a rookie, X. And TJ Watt and Highsmith and Haywood, they smell blood when there's a rookie back
They
there.
do.
Look at Bo Nix, what they did with Bo Nix and all these guys. And they even took it a little further on opening day, shutting down Kirk Cousins and company.
Yeah.
So this
remember
defense is second to nothing right now. And like you said, I like Russell in this game because Commanders build off turnovers.
Yeah.
He's not turning the ball over.
No, he's not.
I like Pittsburgh.
Well, I like that. Well, remember this record, 25-6. That's Mike Tomlin's record against rookie quarterbacks.
Okay. You know, New England got Belichick had like an undefeated record against rookies, right?
Yeah.
You remember that shit, right?
That's a different animal, though.
Okay, so we agree with Steelers in the underdog in game 1. Like I said, these are the lean guys. These ain't free picks. They just leans. We're going to Tampa Bay to the El Sombrero. The 4-5 Buccaneers host the 4-4 Niners. Christian McCaffrey's back. The line is -6 for the Niners, 50.5. Talk to me, X.
Well, the Bucs should have won that game Monday night if Todd Bowles had some balls and go for 2 at the end of the game. But that's neither here nor there. Christian McCaffrey's coming back. Yes, how much of a workload he gets, I don't think he's going to get that much of a workload. I think they're going to ease him into the offense. Jordan Mason, you're going to see a lot of him. This San Francisco defense a little bit scares me, especially against the run. And we know Tampa can run the ball. Baker Mayfield's been balling, although he's been kind of inconsistent. I still like San Francisco here. I think they're going to do enough offensively to win this game. I think it's a close game. It's not going to be a big blowout.
I agree. I think money line.
Yeah.
Now I don't trust taking the Bucks with the points because it's only 6. Frisco
Yeah.
could win by 7.
Exactly.
I think Frisco money line is a huge game for them. Not that it ain't a huge game for the Bucks, but
Yeah.
Frisco is getting people back, and the Bucks are still missing they 2 wide receivers, and they playing on 1
Yeah.
day less rest. Because remember
They are.
they was at Kansas City last week
Yeah.
on
They
Monday
were.
night. So I
And
got to
they're
go
getting,
Frisco
and
like on the
Debo's
money
playing.
line. San
Debo's back to playing
Francisco
now.
treats, like Sandra said.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to Indianapolis.
Okay.
7-2 Buffalo Bills versus the 4-5 Colts. The line is -4 for the Bills, and I know why. Because even though the Colts are 4-5, if you watch their games, every game is close.
Yeah.
You know, they either
Yep.
lose by 1 point on the cover or win. They play tight games. That's why that line is so low. Real quick,
Yeah.
what you want on this game, X?
Yeah, they've been playing well, their defense. Um, I don't know if Amari Cooper's going to play for Buffalo. They said his ankle, he's been limited in practice. I think he does play. You got to let James Cook, give James Cook the ball, let him, that team is not great stopping
Right.
the run. So you give James Cook the ball, some play action for Josh Allen, for his receivers. I think this is going to be I think Buffalo wins big here. I
Oh,
think they're going to
wow.
torch this second. I think Buffalo wins big. Josh Allen's going to ball out. I think Buffalo wins big. I think they're going to stop them. Michael Pittman's not playing.
Right. I don't
And
think
Joe
he played
Flacco.
last week much either.
He did. He played last week, but he didn't do much.
Right.
Joe Flacco's a statue, so that defense is going to get in there, and they're going to make life miserable for him the whole game. So I like Buffalo.
Yeah.
I think they win
I
big.
think Flacco keeps them close. I think Buffalo wins, but I think Flacco keeps them close.
Okay.
They got their running back. He didn't do much last week, but he's
Yeah.
still a good running back, Jonathan.
Jonathan
Yeah,
Taylor.
he's
Yeah.
still a good running back. And I just think they play these games kind of close. Now, if the young Richardson was quarterback, I like the Bills big. But Richardson makes some real dickhead mistakes.
Yeah, he
Flacco's
does.
a
He's terrible.
veteran. Like last week, he fucked me up. They had a 4th and 2, and he went deep twice, kind of like Derek Carr. And Burrow did that shit yesterday. You got 4th and 2. You got to throw a 5-yard pass. Don't what y'all going
Yeah,
deep for.
I agree.
And
I
then
agree.
2
Yeah, I agree.
times. So I think they keep it close.
Terrible.
I like the Colts to cover. You like the Bill. Let's go to Arizona, Tempe, Arizona, where it's hot, but they got the roof, so it doesn't really matter.
The
You got
Jets,
your
really?
your New York football Jets, 3-6 against the 5-4 thriving Arizona Cardinals that have been pulling off all the close games of late. X. My
They
question
have.
to you is, why are the Jets favorite? Does not everybody know that Aaron Rodgers fell off? They
I
favored
think you
1.5. The total's 46.
Listen, you're asking the wrong person on why they're favorite. I think you should talk to the people in Vegas why they put the Jets favorite. The Jets finally played an all-around game last week. Finally showed up against a very injured Texans team that didn't have their top 2 receivers.
I was on the Jets.
So they,
I was on the Jets.
yeah.
I just,
I
you know
know
what
you
it was?
did.
They lost to New England. I smelt the rat.
Yeah.
Like, how you lost to New England, the worst team in football, and you still favorite against the Texans? That didn't make sense to me, bro.
Well, remember, they didn't have Stephon Diggs or Nico Collins.
It don't matter. He's still the Texans. They still kicking ass.
Yeah, I
mean,
agree.
don't get me
I
wrong.
agree.
It matters, going in the future, trying to win it all. But you playing a Jet team that the worst team in football beat. They had no receivers.
I agree.
At least they fucking had they still had what is it, Dell, and they had that other receiver that did pretty good, the old school guy that played with Buffalo, Woods. So they still got receivers. They just don't got Nico's top and Diggs.
Well, this game, I don't know. This game is in the desert, and I agree. But Arizona's been playing
this game, though. I can't wait to watch this game.
Arizona's been playing, a lot better than I thought they would.
Baby feet holding it down. Kyler Murray.
I haven't seen much of this Arizona team. I know they've got a decent defense. I think if the Jets run the ball with Breece Hall, I think you pound the ball with Breece Hall up the middle, get Garrett Wilson's a beast. Even with Devontae Adams, he's still getting a lot of targets. And now that he's a number 2 receiver, he's not going to see their best corner. That's going to be Devontae Adams. I think Garrett Wilson still has a big game. I think the Jets will pull this out close,
Is
but it's not going to
Lazard
be
back?
easy.
Lazard,
Who?
is he back?
Lazard should be back this week.
But they need that third. They need that third tier. They got Gibson, but he's a fourth tier.
Yeah,
I like Lazard.
I agree, but I think the Jets will run the ball. I think Brees Hall is now starting to get traction running the ball, getting the ball out the backfield, and passing. Rodgers looks like he's a little more comfortable now with Devontae Adams there. So I think the Jets pull this out a close one. Not going to be a blowout.
Right.
It's going to be a back and forth game. I think the Jets pull this out.
Look,
They'll cover. I think they'll cover. But
if the Jets are going to make the playoffs, they got to win this game. They beat the Texans. They lost to the Pats. They were supposed to win that Pat game. You got to start winning. Your record is 3-6. You don't have no leverage no more. Cincinnati might not make the playoffs, and they 4-6. The Jets are 3-6.
I agree.
Jets lose this game.
They're finished.
They basically got to win out, X. They're going to have to win out to make the playoffs.
Well, they've got a very easy schedule now coming out. The only 500 team they
X, you want to win this game, right? You want to win this game.
No, you do. You want to win this game. You do want to win this game. The only tough game remaining on the schedule is Buffalo. That's it. They still got to play the Dolphins, who are not great, but they got Tua back. So they look like they're getting a lot better now with Tua back.
That's not going to be an easy win for the Jets.
Exactly. So I agree. They got to win this game and start going because they can't lose. One more game, they're finished. They're not going anywhere.
Okay. We're going to Houston. With the Detroit Lions 7-1 versus the 6-3 Texans. We just mentioned no Nico Collins, no Diggs. Lions, the best team in the NFC right now, might be the best team in football, X. I don't care about that 8-0 shit. Lions
me neither.
Taking care of business. They beating teams and covering the spread.
Kansas City, they are.
City ain't covering spreads.
I agree.
Line is 3.5 for the Lions. What's your take on this game on a Sunday night game, which you know a lot of funny things happen, X?
Yeah, they do. Not having Nico Collins, Stephon Diggs is big, especially for C.J. Stroud. And remember,
my man said the D's gonna whoop him easy.
And now that the Lions got Zadarius Smith, they're gonna unleash him. I think the Lions win, and I think they win big. They've been putting up points on some decent defenses. And even though this defense is good, it's not going to stop them. Jared Goff is playing like an MVP.
Right.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, they're getting Jameson Williams back this weekend. Listen, their running game, Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery.
Montgomery, baby.
Wow, that's crazy.
Montgomery's
and like I said,
mad.
now they got their pass rusher with Zadarius Smith. You know, losing Hutchinson is big, but Smith will hold it down for them.
Smith is not Hutchinson.
He's not, but he can get to the quarterback.
What he could do, he gonna be a notice. You can't just go one-on-one on him. You still got enough to be.
You still got
to be a threat. Yeah, he's still gonna be a threat. I like the pickup. That's low risk, high reward.
It is.
I mean, I thought they were gonna blow after Crosby, but that would have cost them a lot.
It would have cost a lot more than what
because the Raiders won a whole lot for Crosby.
Yeah. I like Detroit here. I think they go big. I think Jared Goff's going to have another big game. I agree with your guy. I like Detroit.
I'm in the bottom a half a point. I like the number 3. I don't like 3.5. 3. Worst case scenario, they win by 3. But I think they'll cover that. But I don't like 3.5. I hate that number. I lose by a lot by half. So I would bring it down to 3.
I'll be on. I think they win by 2 scores.
No, I got you. But I'm just saying, if that don't happen, if you got 3, push, you don't lose no money. You win by 3,
I agree.
You take the 3.5, you lose money. I don't mind spending a little more to get insurance. All right, real quick. We're going to go to choose 1 and 1 again, or choose 1 and Y again.
Choose 1 and Y again. Oh, okay,
you ready for this? I probably got you worn out, X. Yeah,
no, I'm good, man. I'm good.
I see that beard getting thicker. It's good. You're getting tired, baby. All right. Now we're going to go back to who's more electric, like we did with the Randall Cunningham and with the Michael Vick. Now we doing Reggie Bush, a.k.a. Swoosh, or LaShawn McCoy, a.k.a. Shady McCoy. Who's more electric?
Wow. I mean, Reggie Bush's college career is unmatched. Let's just put it that way. his
We
career
going
in
NFL though.
college, but we going NFL. No, I
If Bush,
understand. I understand. I
Bush
understand.
played USC. Shady played with Pittsburgh, but we're
Yeah.
going NFL.
Well, we going NFL. Yeah.
Put your answers in, y'all.
More electric NFL. I'm gonna go with Shady. He did a lot more for Philadelphia than Bush did. I mean, Bush was still a decent player, running back. He wasn't a every down back like Shady McCoy became. He could catch the ball out the backfield like Shady, but I think Shady was a lot more electric, a lot more stronger runner than he was. Shady wasn't afraid to get hit with Bush. He wanted to do a little Barry Sanders kind of dancing in that backfield sometimes.
Shady was shaking shit too, though.
No, he was, but he was a lot more physical than Reggie Bush was running the ball. So I'm gonna go NFL. I'm gonna go with Shady McCoy. I think he was a lot better overall than Reggie Bush was.
Okay, that I'm gonna disagree with you. I think he had a better career. I think he ran the ball better.
Okay.
But Bush was punt returning, kickoff returning, all kind of shit. Running back, could come out the backfield. He even lined up as a wide receiver. Bush could do more, but Shady definitely ran the ball better.
But Shady used to return kicks also
but
when he first got up.
Wasn't as nice as Bush.
Okay.
That goes to Bush. McCoy was the better running back out the backfield.
I agree.
The better running back. But Bush could do all kind of shit. Yeah. There was a game where Bush had a kick return touchdown, a punt return touchdown, and a running touchdown. I don't even think I ever seen some shit like that. You feel me?
I feel you.
So I like Shady to be the better running back, but if you tell me who could do more, who's more electric all around, I gotta go Bush on that, dog. Okay, let's move on. First 5 seasons in the NFL, X.
First 5 seasons?
What you
looking
at the Knicks?
No, Knicks won already. They won by 20-something.
Okay. This is a tough one, X. First 5 seasons.
First 5 seasons.
Anquan Bolden, a.k.a. Q.
Okay.
Or A.J. Brown, a.k.a. Swole Batman. Who and why?
First 5 years.
Because A.J. Brown is in the 6th season now.
Yeah. No, I understand.
But he's been very productive. Anquan Bolden been productive since a young boy, too. So we got to go first 5. I think they both built similar. That's why I liked this matchup.
I think you look at both their stats. I think their first 5 years are just basically similar, like you said. But I'm going to go with over here. I think I'm going to go with Anquan Bolden. He did a lot more with a lot less when he first came up.
Right.
You know, he had great hands. He wasn't a speed guy, but he was one of those guys that was dependable, get you the yards, tough yards that you needed as a receiver, go down the middle. I'm not saying A.J. Brown can't do that, because I know A.J. Brown can do that.
A.J. Brown's a beast, my nigga.
And I know he's a beast, but I think Anquan Bolden, with the quarterbacks that he had in his early part of his career, I think he did a hell of a job. I would take him because I know he can play with any quarterback. I mean, remember when A.J. Brown came in, he still had Ryan Tannehill, who was decent at the time. Now he's got Jalen Hurts as his quarterback. Right. So I'm going to go with Anquan Bolden, but, you know, I'll be happy to take either one.
Either one is nothing wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give you my specific reasoning for taking Bolden. When you're playing out there with a broken jaw, you ain't got to tell me nothing else, dog. They don't make him as tough as Anquan. And he went over the middle and all that shit.
Yep.
Not that Brown don't, but Bolden made a statement when he went out there with that broken jaw. I was like, this dude's crazy. Stitches all in his shit. Like a week later or some shit, 2 weeks later, he was supposed to be out for the season. This motherfucker put the mouthpiece on. Get me out there.
That's it.
You gotta love him for that. And not to mention, he's a great receiver, just like A.J. Brown. Could get the yak, yards after the catch. They both tough, but I'm going to go with Bolden because of that little different shit right there.
He was basically built like a tight end at wide receiver.
Both of them. AJ's a big dude, too. Look at AJ.
Yeah, he is. No, he is. I've seen him.
Ain't no little motherfucker.
He is yeah, no,
when he lined up next to Smith looked like a fucking midget next to that motherfucker. All right, real quick, last but not least, boxing. We got to get you out because we're running mad super duper late. Put your answers in, y'all. Riddick Bowe, a.k.a. Big Daddy, or Tyson Fury, a.k.a. the Gypsy King? Gypsy King, who and why, baby? It's a good
I'm
one.
not a. I'm
I
not a
made this up last night. I said, I'm going to fuck X
Yeah,
up
I
again.
hear you. I hear you. I'm not a big Tyson. I mean, I give Tyson Fury his props. He beat the best when he had to be. Deontay Wilder. I'm gonna go with Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe from Brooklyn, by the way. I just thought I'd let you know that Brownsville. I like Riddick Bowe. I think Riddick Bowe had everything for him. He had great skills. Hard puncher when he needed to knock you out. His chin wasn't suspect, man. He took some hits and kept on fighting. I'm gonna take Riddick Bowe. Tyson Fury doesn't really impress me, man. He really doesn't. And the heavyweight division when Tyson.
But he keep
Tyson
winning,
Fury,
though.
listen,
He keep winning, though.
he keep winning, but
Hey, he be
who
fucking up
else
your man. He be fucking Wilder up. That nigga did
Well,
Wilder dirty, my nigga.
listen, I've always said about Wilder. Wilder was always a one-trick pony.
Right.
You take away that right hand from Wilder, he ain't got shit.
Right.
But I would take Riddick Bowe. He was more skillful. He had a little bit more hand speed, more power than Fury. So I'm gonna go with Bowe here, and he fought better fighters, by the way.
I'm gonna say a young Riddick Bowe, yes.
Yes.
A young Riddick Bowe when he had that stamina, but as he got older, he didn't get better than me. Even though he got one loss, I didn't feel like he got better. You know what I'm trying to say? Usually when you get older, you smarter. Look at Canelo, how good he is right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All these guys.
I agree.
So I'll say maybe a little later in their career, I like the Gypsy King, but coming out the gate, Bowe's a fucking animal coming out the gate.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, Bowe was an animal coming out the gate.
I think those fights with Andrew Galata exposed him.
That's a great point. And to me, Tyson Fury is better than Galata.
He is.
You ask me.
Yeah.
He's better than Galata. So
yeah, he is.
If he had problems with Galata, you already know Fury going to take X. Let's get you out. I'm super duper late. I got to do the free picks, the spinoff.
I hear you,
this
brother.
This might be the longest show I ever had, dog. Yo, great job. Great
thank
subbing.
You, brother.
Kyle Boogie, I know you try to get in, but X, I got X. Over I got X, I ain't got nothing to worry about. Great job, my brother. Salute to you and your family and enjoy your weekend, X.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. Have a good one, brother.
You too, X-Man. X-Man the hater, baby. They don't call him X-Man the hater for nothing. He stay hating on my Yankees. All right, let's go to the free picks. Real quick. We're not bragging. We're just keeping it 1,000. We 11-4 with 2 pushes in the last X amount of weeks. Me and Nova Park, 11-4, 2 pushes. You're not betting, you're not making money. You can make money with 11-4. Ask anybody. He likes tomorrow. He likes Ole Miss plus 1.5 versus Georgia. He likes Ole Miss versus Georgia plus 1.5. He likes Clemson -6 tomorrow. Clemson Tigers -6. And then he likes Utah +3 versus BYU. Utah Utes +3 versus BYU. Al York Sports, I'm going to go back to the Denver Broncos. I teased them last week. They got blown out by Baltimore. Now they're playing a divisional game against Kansas City, who don't like to cover but win games. I think Denver got a bad taste in their mouth in that Baltimore game. They couldn't score in the red zone. I think that changes. So I'm going to go Denver with the +9, not to win the game, just to stay in the game with the Chiefs. And I think they can hang. I think they got a bad taste in their mouth because they could not score in the red zone. They had 4 opportunities last week and could not score. The only time they scored when they did the double reverse pass to Bo Nix. I think they keep it close. I'm not saying they're going to beat the Chiefs, but they're going to keep it close. 6-point teaser. I like bringing the Vikings to -1 at Jacksonville. -1 Minnesota Vikings. I want that mixed in with the Pittsburgh Steelers from +3 to +9. So now you got the Vikings -1, Steelers +9 on a 2-team 6-point teaser. And last but not least, 2 money lines. I'm going to take Pretty Mo, the Bears, and the San Francisco 49ers on the money line. Might be a little expensive, -125, minus 130. But you know what? I like these two money lines. Get your free plays. Do what you got to do. Now we're going to do the spinoff, and then we're going to, you're going to end it up. Let me, give me a minute. Great show. I wish my man could have made it, but unfortunately, he couldn't log on. Okay, this is going to be tricky now. Hold up. Told you I left my stand, so I had to create some shit. I'm praying that we can make it. I'm praying. Let me lower this just a little bit. Okay, we're going to do the spinoff. B4 leading everybody with 8 wins. Chico got 5, and everybody got either 5 or less. B4 got like a 3 win lead on everybody for being so hot early in the contest. Good luck to everybody. Let's get it. All right, if you can't see it, I'm sorry, man, because my new setup, hopefully you can see it. We got round 6, giveaway 1 through 20. Let the best person win. Chico won last week, and Seth LES won last week. One through 20, guys. Long day today. Snack sessions, then this shit. Then I got no stand. I have to create a stand last minute. I can't this close to canceling because I'm not just going to be holding my phone the whole show, my guy. Here we go. Here we go. Let's marinate, baby. We're marinating all the chickens, man. You got the chicken wings in here. Every chicken wing got to get marinated. Here we go. On my go. 1 through 20, round 6. 1 through 20, round 6. Giveaway 1 winner is. Got a winner. Got a winner. It was a little slow motion. Took a little time to get out, but it came out. Giveaway 1 winner is round 6. Number 10. Number 10. We got my man Low, baby. Few texts, baby. Low's your winner. Giveaway 1. Few texts, baby. Woo! Low came through, baby. All right, let me hurry up. Get these in. We're going to do the summary, so don't go nowhere. I feel bad for Cal. I know Cal has some heat, but he can't get in. Cal cannot get in. He kept saying I was frozen, but all along he was frozen. Giveaway 2, 21 through 40. 21 through 40. Giveaway 1, Low, few texts 1. $21 through $40. Let's go. Tell you, anybody can win, man. You got to be in it to win it. You can't win if you ain't in it, bro. Marinate these bad boys. Low, few texts, baby. I know he loves those presents when they come over the mail, baby. That nigga love that gift, baby. Here we go on my go. On my go, baby. Summary next, and my long day is over. I worked harder than a regular job today. All right, here we go. Here we go. The winner is. Got a winner. We got a winner, and it's that red shit. Got that red shit like my shit I'm wearing.
The winner is number 28. Number 28. We got the Philly kid, baby. The Philly kid did it. Lowe did it. Two unexpected winners win again in the Al York Sports Show giveaway contest. Summary coming next, guys. What a surprise. We got Lowe and the Philly kid winning the giveaways, folks. Not that they don't win, but, you know, they don't play as much numbers as others, so their chances, their percentages are lower, and they still pulled it off. Salute to Lowe. Few texts, salute to the Philly kid. Let's go to the summary real quick. We have to take care of the MLB trades or potential free agents. Let me say that correctly. Juan Soto, Polar Bear, Burnes, and there's a lot more. Christian Walkers, Blake Snells of the world, but we only cover 3. We cover the choose one and why. The Thursday night football game, the great game yesterday at Baltimore as the Ravens defeated the Bengals 35-34. And a huge game for the Cincinnati Bengals. That might be the game that might not let them get in the playoffs by a game or whatever. They better turn it up sooner than later. Then my man X-Man once again came in. Cal couldn't come in to do the NFL games of the week. Me and X cover 5 games for NFL games of the week. We gave you leans on that. We gave you the free picks with me and Noah. I told you we 11-4-2 in our last, whatever, the last month or something. We do 3 games a week, which is 6 games a week. So we do 6 games a week, 3 each. 11-4-2 is not shabby. You do the math on that, you up a lot. Not saying we're going to win every week, but, you know, you got to ride with us when we hot. Ride with us when we hot. And we should have won. We should have been 12-3. I lost the Saints money line on the 2 money line tickets. Saints had that game, won the whole game, and then let Carolina score late. And then Carr threw a bomb at 4th and fucking 4. Why are you throwing a bomb, dog? Just get the first down, get the field goal, win the game. But I'm not here to make excuses, but I'm just saying we were that close to going 12-3 and 2. Real talk. Thank you guys for tuning in. I made it through with this bootleg setup because I left my stand in the food spot. I called them up. They're holding it for me. I'm going to go get it tomorrow. And I'm going to actually order an additional one on Amazon just to have a backup because this can't happen again. I'm telling you, I got some wood on top of wood in this broken stand that I got at the crazy glue to shit. I am thankful that we made it through today's show because I was not going to hold my phone the whole fucking show. I can't. I got to do spin-off. There's a lot of shit I got to do, but we got it in, and I'm thankful. And I'm thankful to give y'all the work because y'all know I'm going to give y'all work every week. Been doing it for 8 years. Ain't nothing changing, man. God bless y'all. TGI Friday. Al York Sports, the raw truth. Love y'all, man. Hold your heads up, man. No drinking and driving. It's the fucking law.